On behalf of the University of Alabama, thank you for this extraordinary gift. And, sir, thank you for 4 decades ago having the vision and commitment to begin to assemble the collection.
Mr. President,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank all of you. It occurred to me as I sat there and listened and then looked back and saw that the larger of the crowd appears to be students and those with a future to carry the message of the Paul Jones Collection abroad, wherever they go in pursuit of their careers, that the art world, as of today, will never be the same. I say that because I think the opportunity that we have been able to forge here at the university with the collection means that we'll have a new way of doing old things and a new way of doing new things. We look forward to this collection not only being for those students who are in art, art history, art-related fields, but we look forward to a new way of teaching where we take the collection into places like art with sociology, art with history, art with business, and see that if anyone's here from math, they know the relationship there of art and mathematics. It's a new day in which we can take a major collection that the magazine Art and Antiques a few years ago said was one of the top 100 collections in the country, and make it, as we grow it, into a world-class art collection at a world-class school. I think when the questions have been asked me many times, why Alabama and why the University of Alabama, I've been able to say it's homecoming for me. I was born less than 40, 50 miles away from here in Bessemer. My travels and works and adventures have taken me around the world. I worked at the White House with presidents. I worked overseas with embassies as a deputy director of Peace Corps in the Southeast Asia. And I've worked in a number of programs here in the United States itself. What it has done is to bring me in a circle, and I've come back home. And this is my way of coming back home, of wanting to give to a state of my birth a gift that I think will be lasting, important for those of you here now, but important for those that follow you here in teaching and studying and in being students. And as I looked around for a place, for a home for the collection, I began to want to see a nice place where it would be wanted one, would be available to scholars, to students, to faculty, staff, to the community. And so in my gifting to the University of Alabama, to the dean and president and all of you, it is a gift to Alabama and Alabamians, having chosen the university here for a home for that as a depository of the art, where it will be cared for, looked after, and where it will be utilized here. Whereas they have said before me, it'll be available for exhibitions in galleries, museums throughout the state, and in some instances outside of it. I want, before wrapping up things, to let all of you know that this is a meaningful day for me, because I sat as I came out of a mining camp a few miles up the road in Bessemer, Alabama, living in a company town, and looked back at where I came from. And I said, you know, you could take this art and other arts you've given and sell it and live pretty well. Take you 2 or 3 trips around the world each year and get yourself a chauffeur and a nurse, maid, and do that. Now I'm going to have to come to the university to get that. But I thought that we would be striking a blow where we can use art to bring people together. There's a common denominator where around the collection, around a work of art, we will see them come together, both the community outside and the community within. And that from that, we can make for Alabama, for the university, which is the keeper of the collection, a place where I hope we will have reached a point in this country where we can no longer have to apologize for the history of the past for the state, but begin to talk about the things we're doing and are going to do and make this a whole new era, a new day, a new way of doing things for the state of Alabama, for its citizens, and for the university. I am particularly pleased to see all of you here and want to thank you there. I want to give special thanks to Dean Olin and his staff who have worked tirelessly to bring it to this point in the negotiations we've had and worked very hard, particularly the one who's been assigned to work with me, Mr. Hayes, Don Hayes, who is here, who had wanted to let both Dr. Witt and the dean know has been helpful in moving things forward with me in so many different ways. So I am pleased to sort of say that I'm giving the art, but not giving it up, because I want you to know while I live in Atlanta now, I still call Alabama home, and I'll be making the University of Alabama Tuscaloosa second home. So with that in mind, we want to get in there. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. With that, I give the art to you to talk about it, utilize it, study it, share it with others, and to make sure when you make your fortunes, you don't forget to contribute to it.